I'm Charles Boyer. I'm the director and co-founder with my lovely wife of Salvation and Social Justice. We're blessed to be pastor and first lady of Greater Mount Zion African Methodist Episcopal Church, the oldest Black church in Trenton. And there on that campus of the church is a separate building, which is the offices of Salvation and Social Justice. Salvation and Social Justice is a Black, faith-rooted public policy and direct impact organization.
It's a husband and wife, and we hire folks that's in the community, and it's all Black-led.
Salvation and Social Justice is a transformative movement that centers those who have been relegated to the margins of society, forgotten, whether it be quality healthcare, quality education, public safety models that centers our humanity, our dignity, civic engagement effort, get out the vote efforts.
Our first fight was around racial impact analysis in order to try to reduce the unintended harms that sometimes legislation has. We were part of restricting the use of solitary confinement in the state of New Jersey, which was deemed torture by the United Nations. We partnered with the New Jersey Institute for Social Justice in getting 83,000 people voting rights back. We were partnered with the Institute around restorative justice legislation, which led to alternatives to youth incarceration. New Jersey was the nation's leading death space for people who were incarcerated during the pandemic. We advocated and got over 9,000 people out of prison. We were part of the fight around cannabis. We fought to get a social equity excise tax. That money comes to directly impacted communities. We have played a major role on the Black maternal health front. We've secured over $7 million to build a birthing center in the city of Trenton, which is a birthing desert.
Salvation and Social Justice leads from the grassroots up in a way that utilizes our biggest asset, which are our Trenton Restorative Street team members.
Formerly incarcerated, I spent over 10 and a half years in prison. During that time, is when I was rehabilitating myself. So I wanted to come back into my community to do something different.
I'm a returning citizen as well, which most of our team are. And I was like, man, I need a job. I'm having trouble, especially with my background.
Salvation and Social Justice ended up hiring me as an outreach worker first, but then I got promoted to a supervisor.
And after that, it just changed my whole life. I used those ugly parts of my past to really stand on, to build a positive future.
The tradition of the Black church has built schools, economic pathways. We continue that tradition, but in this context. And so Salvation and Social Justice really is a response to the social terror, the racial terror, and the theological terror that systemic racism has inflicted upon our people.
When I first joined the organization, we were still really learning how to be a nonprofit organization. We really grew from being just a small two-person shop to what we are today, which is an organization that is working constantly with communities across the state, that is recognized by many of our elected officials as one of the most important voices in the state of New Jersey. Many organizations want to do good to people, and Salvation and Social Justice is really about doing good with people.
We're on call all day, 24 hours. If anybody's been shot, anything like that, we respond to the hospitals, respond to the scene. Intermediate between the police and the community. Regular days, we out doing pavement work. We're offering food services, free food giveaway, food pantry giveaway. We do mental health services. We offer therapy for the things that we're going through. Offer researches for job employment, so we'll give people information, try to help them find jobs.
I think one of the challenges that we face daily is people coming into our communities telling us what we need, not bringing us to the table to say what we need. Salvation and Social Justice empowered us to be change agents. We can really focus on the community and how we can help them, and we're really fueled and positioned to help them.
People need jobs. People don't have a place to stay, looking for shelter, right?
It was two students that were against each other. They were robbed like the day before, something like that, and the student came back for revenge to stab them. Our team was able to prevent that violence from happening and deter any other thing that came after that. So I'm proud of that.
We have a connection to a culture and a tradition of advocacy, and that's with the Black church. We are able to tap into Black faith leaders because we work with them in making sure that we are offering them resources, tools, so that they can then build out and socialize policies where they are.
There is real potential for us to partner with faith leaders and denominations all throughout the entire Black diaspora to do transformative work in the context of where we are.
Some of the challenges is resources, because it's a constant fight.
There's so much systemic racism built in. We advocate as a result of knowing the challenges. And we thank God for the scars that we're able to now turn into hopefully healing for other organizations that come alongside us.
The work that SandSJ does is God's work. All are invited in so that we can get to the freedom and liberation that our people need.
We just need the resources to do what we need to do to better our communities. We believe that people that work closer to the problem have the best solutions.
I want people to remember that salvation and social justice were here when the moment required it, when it felt like our community was largely forgotten. I want them to remember that salvation and social justice really challenged the system. The hope is for advocates largely is that we can put ourselves out of business, that we won't have to do this work 20, 30 years from now. And I think that's remembrance enough.
Our vision is 10 years from now, we're everywhere where there's a Black church that has a Black liberation mindset and mission. Our work bringing the Black faith community together to talk with one voice, to push on one issue together is transformative. And if we harness that power, not only can we rebuild our communities, we can take back everything the devil stole from us.
Oh.